Microsoft just unveiled their new AI designer, Microsoft Designer. We're going to be looking into it today. I'm doing a live walkthrough where you see me figure out the details, figure out how to work it on the fly, and also produce a design. So we're going to find out, is it any good right out the box? Is it a Canva killer? And will it be good enough to be your next AI graphics designer? If you want to skip the demo and hear my main takeaways, you can jump towards the end where I include a TLDR, also known as Too Long Didn't Read. But now first, some quick background about MS Designer and how it came into being. So the two main things you need to know is Microsoft Designer was released on April 27, 2023, so it is spanking new. And two, it's supported by OpenAI, the same makers of ChatGPT, and uses OpenAI's technology called DALL-E, which can generate images from a text prompt. And so we've seen a lot of this type of technology come out, but this Microsoft Designer brings that functionality to the masses with a very accessible and, dare I say, very familiar interface. Familiar how? Well, simply put, it looks a lot like Canva, the product you see being advertised right here. And so like Canva, Microsoft Designer is available to the mass market, but targeted to marketers, marketing teams, and designers. And as such, it is trying to eat Canva's lunch. And so the question is it good enough to do it? So let's find out. I'm going to link to this article in the video and also link to the designer.microsoft.com where it's being launched, but let's try it out right now. Well, for this video, I will need a YouTube thumbnail. So create a YouTube thumbnail, and maybe it can bring up the Microsoft logo. Okay, let's give it that. Let's see how good this is off the fly. It is loading and loading. Oh, okay. Seems to have incorporated these. Interesting. Has a lot of different styles. That's interesting. The hard one. But it seems to have followed, right? It followed the instructions pretty well. Although, if you're familiar with YouTube thumbnails, it's not in portrait mode. So let's change the size here to landscape. All right. I mean, not bad. This is hard, right, to read. So there's some design elements here. I wouldn't say this is on par with Canva. However, pretty impressive off the bat in following just some simple instructions, incorporating the blue and green detail there, and also adding the Microsoft logo. Okay, let's pick one of these. Let's try this one and customize the design. All right. So it has a left sidebar here with templates, visuals. I believe you can add maybe an image. Okay. And then it can use visuals. So let's say recommended for this design. Let's try putting that in here. Okay. And what can it do from here? Let's remove the background. Wow. It actually feels a lot like Canva here. Has very similar functionality. Even this purple border feels very Canva-like. Let's click on Inspire Me. What does that do? Okay. Kind of randomizes the effect, I guess, or chooses the best one. Don't like that too much. Oh, look at this. It takes these elements and changes it up. So let's try this one. Very cool. I mean, not the nicest, but it provides some layout options, pretty quick layout options. Maybe if I go back to this one, or okay, let's do new ideas. It brings me back to this page, and let me try this one now. Customize that design. Maybe I'll just start a new one. All right. Very cool. Let's do the templates. What's in templates here? Seems pretty, very different from what I have originally, but let's say we wanted to apply a template, right? This one. Don't want that. Let's go back and use visuals. Generate. Interesting. These are other generated images. raccoons eating a cake as a pastel. It's a cute one. All right, let's see. Let me try to generate graphic designer robot. Try it. Why not? It's not bad. I mean, this one's really interesting because it has something like a paintbrush and it seems like it's about to paint something. This one's pretty cool too. So let's just add these and make it, let's see. Maybe I can put this in the background somehow. Oh, it has some ideas here. Huh, this one actually isn't too bad. Microsoft Designer, this one looks, okay, good. You can move it around. Look at how it's like peeking out from the background there. So we can move that. Microsoft Designer could be right here. Maybe yeah. The functionality here is very similar to Canva, and I mean, anyone used to playing with Canva, you know, Canva's in the crosshairs right now for this type of technology. I'm actually a bit impressed. This is better than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I mean, pretty cool. So the last thing you need to know is how to download your image. You click the download button up top, you choose the file format, and you can even remove the watermark right away. Click download, and there you have it. That easy. All right, so here are my main 3 takeaways for Microsoft Designer. One is that I was able to produce something in 10 minutes, actually probably less. And that was from prompt page, where I wrote a line of text, down to download. And sure, there are some literal roughness around the edges here, as you can see, but every time there's an AI tech that comes out, it's always its worst version at that moment, so it's bound to get better. Second thing I was impressed by was the text-to-image generation capability, and I don't know why I was surprised. I was expecting a little bit more rough edge to this, but since it's built on OpenAI's DALL-E tech, you're actually getting pretty good image generation from a text prompt, and very comparable to what you would get through Canva's image generation through text. And so I actually tried doing the same project on Canva. I'm going to make a video showing what I was able to do and how fast I was able to put it together, and why there might be an argument to using both to complete your design projects faster. So keep an eye out for that video. And finally, if I was working at Canva, I'd keep a really close eye on Microsoft Designer, because I believe this could be a Canva killer, especially with how Microsoft is launching this very accessible tool on their browser and probably going to roll it out into their other Microsoft Suite apps. We are looking at what potentially could be the next war for AI designer dominance. So I recommend trying this out at designer.microsoft.com and tell me what you thought of it and what you came up with. And if you want to keep up with the latest AI news and tech, redefining work as we know it, hope to see you on the next video.